E3 is right around the corner, but those games won't be here for just a little bit longer. That's why I've compiled a list of my top 5 games you can buy right now. Number 5, Shadow of Mordor. If you and J.R.R. Tolkien were sitting down having tea and crumpets and you told him, hey, one day they'll make a super violent, open-world action-adventure game set in your brainchild, Middle-earth, he would likely have snorted in laughter and told you to piss right off. But that is exactly what Monolith Productions did, and they did justice. In Shadow of Mordor, you play as a ranger by the name of Talion, who was out for revenge on the forces of evil after Sauron, wait for it, typical storyline, killed his wife and family, blah 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 blah. What isn't typical about this game is the manner in which you attempt to exact your revenge. You don't go about it like some angsty teenager who threatens to run away from home because his parents took his PS4 away. Oh no. You exact your revenge by systematically eliminating Sauron's generals. You hack and slash your way through their defenses with tenacity and haste. And when you finally get to your target, you can choose how they will be vanquished. Will you devour their soul or behead them for their allegiance to the one you despise? The choice is yours. However, should you fail your mission, the Uruk that you tried to kill will become more powerful than you could possibly imagine. Killing enemies earns you experience points, which you can use to upgrade several different tiers of abilities, honing your preferred attributes, making your progress through the game easier and easier until you reach the final battle. To find out what happens, though, you're just going to have to pick up a copy of Middle-earth Shadow of Mordor and find out for yourself. Number 4, Evolve. Oh god, just kidding, that game sucked. Number 4 for real this time, Rayman Legends. I realize that my picks might sometimes be less popular than that one stinky kid in your high school, but as a gamer, I have an open mind. One thing I love to see in video games, especially these days, is color. So many games go for that drab, dark, menacing look, and while it's a good look, it's been overused. Now, as a grown man, it's going to be hard to try and explain the summary of this game, but I'm going to summon all of my testicular fortitude and get through it. Rayman is a platforming game in which you've just woken up after a 1,000-year slumber. During your prolonged nap, the bubble dreamer's nightmares grew in strength, and the magician's dark teensies have captured the 10 princesses of the land. Seriously, what the fuck, man? You collect lums, these shiny orb things, by defeating enemies or freeing these little teensies. Collecting the teensies unlocks new worlds which progress you through the game. Rayman Legends takes your adventure slowly at first, letting you figure out your running, jumping, and attacking mechanics before you find yourself overwhelmed by dozens of deadly traps and huge bosses. While the game unfortunately doesn't feature online co-op, maybe it will actually encourage your antisocial ass to invite some friends over, order a shit ton of pizza, and play this game well into the morning. The way video games were meant to be played, sitting next to your friends on the sofa. Number 3, Diablo III Ultimate Evil Edition. If there is a game series that has soaked up more of my life than any other, it might be the Diablo games. Seriously, there was a period in my life where I forgot what the freaking sun felt like due to this damn game. While Diablo 2 is my favorite, Diablo 3 Ultimate Evil Edition recaptures the magic that I felt as a kid, mindlessly grinding my way through dungeons in hope of the next powerful item that would help me vanquish the demons of hell. Diablo 3 was the first game in a long time that gave me the let me get one more level mindset. You just don't want to put the controller down with this game. While it did have its issues on PC out of the gate, the PlayStation 4 version is the purest form of this game, free from the dreaded auction house and mediocre loot drops. In Diablo 3, you have the choice of going after the devil himself as one of 6 classes: the Barbarian, the Crusader, the Demon Hunter, the Monk, the Witch Doctor, and the Wizard. Each class has their unique abilities, which are broken down into primary, secondary, and other distinctions depending on your class type. Now I'm guessing you're wondering, hey, what does this YouTube narrator play as? I bet it's something lame like the Wizard. Well, guess what? You're wrong. It's the Barbarian, because he smashes and tanks everything in the game harder than the Hulk himself. So suck it. I bet you feel pretty silly right now, don't you? Also, you can pick this bad boy up at the time of this writing for about $30 at Best Buy, so go get on your shit. Number 2, Infamous Second Son. If you were living under a rock when PlayStation 4 launched and you missed this title, then shame on you. Sucker Punch Productions, the developers behind Second Son, built this game while in direct communications with Sony on what they wanted the new system to be able to do. 6 months after the Beast Machine PlayStation 4 launched, we got Infamous Second Son. In Second Son, you play the role of a wisecracking, epically gifted, free-climbing superhero, aka Conduit, who goes by the name of Delcine, or Delsin. I don't know, I'm not an interpreter. After he realizes that he can absorb the powers of other conduits, aka superheroes, the game centers around rescuing your friends who were kidnapped and tortured by the evil twat Augustine. As you progress through the game, kicking the crap out of everything you run into with your newfound powers, and scaling up buildings because fuck it, you're Spider-Man, you're able to level up on a classic, if not overused, morality system. This system is what allows you to choose your powers like a buffet line of murder. Will you choose the Guardian role and have mercy on your opponents, or go balls to the wall and light every bastard you find on fire with your righteous might? One of the cooler aspects of this game is that it's based on the actual city of Seattle, with landmarks like the Space Needle being represented in the game. Overall, Second Son scored well with many different reviewers. The open world aspect of this game is great, but not as good as my number one title out on the PS4 right now. Number 1. Grand Theft Auto 5. I'm gonna be honest with you. As someone who loves video games as much as I do, I have the worst ADD when it comes to actually completing a title. Grand Theft Auto 5 was the first game to come out since Skyrim that I not only beat, but continued to have fun with long past the end credits. Rockstar Games did everything right with this title. The characters are charming and relatable, the music and voice acting is spot on, and most importantly, the gameplay and open world mechanics are nearly flawless. You play as one of 3 main characters in the vast city of Los Santos. Along the way, you'll go on a roller coaster ride with each character, whether they're dealing with their cheating wife, rough inner city life, or their own batshit insanity. Much like plowing your girlfriend, this game can be as long or short as you want it to be. Find yourself in a dull moment in the game? Find out how many stars you can rack up by blowing up cop cars and running over those clumsy city folk. Get creative and make it rain C4 and rockets from the tallest building you can find. While you're terrorizing the city, law enforcement steadily increases their efforts to stop you, bringing in helicopters and machine guns. While you can spend countless hours hijacking cars, playing tennis or darts, and attempting to steal the jet from the military base, the storyline is still there, waiting for you to come back to it. If you're too young to buy this game on your own, beg your parents or ask your cooler older brother or sister to hook you up. Even that creepy uncle you might have. This game is mature rated, but it's not really that bad, right? Well, there you have it. My list of the top 5 PlayStation 4 games out right now. What do you think? And what would you add or change about the list? Share your thoughts in the comments section below. And make sure to subscribe for regular content. And if you're feeling especially generous, share this video with a friend if you like my work. Thanks for watching. I'll see you soon.